Are you trying to manifest your dream life and it's just not working? Then maybe you need to be working backwards. Now ask yourself, are you attractive to yourself? And I don't mean appearance-wise, but are you living as your dream self that lives that dream life? Would you include yourself as you are now in your dream life? Because if not, then that's what you need to become first. It's all the same energy. How can you attract the life you want, the opportunities, all the things you want, if you're not living in that same energy? You need to become that. And then the rest will fall around. Your life will shape itself around that. And that's great, because the one thing you can control is you. You can become your best self, and life will happen around that. So, how do you become the energy that you want to attract? The first thing is you need to work on your self-concept. Your self-concept is your subconscious blueprint of who you are, and you're always going to act according to that. If you think of yourself as lazy, then you're going to tend to procrastinate and give up on things easily. If you think of yourself as ambitious, you're always going to have dreams and goals that you're pursuing. Most of us have self-concepts that we haven't intentionally created. They've been shaped by our life experiences or things that people have told us. But the great thing is that you can change your self-concept, and it's the most powerful way you can change yourself. There are many ways you can work on your self-concept. Some of my favorite ways are by doing affirmations and journaling. So, affirmations, you've probably heard of them. It's when you imagine your dream self, for example. What traits do they have? You can say, I am ambitious, I am successful, I am creative. And you say these things as I am statements, not I want to be. And you say them to yourself. Maybe stand in front of the mirror and say these things 20 times to yourself. And you may feel silly in the beginning, but it's something you will get better at. And eventually, you'll start believing it. Even if you don't notice it, if you say it over and over, your subconscious will start believing it. You can also journal on how you imagine your ideal self to be. And you also write this in present tense as I am. And you can even journal about things that you want to happen to you. This is a great way to work on your self-concept. So, to change the way that you're acting, you need to change how you see yourself. Think of the person you want to be. Think of your best self. What are they like? What are the things they do? What is their lifestyle? And those are all the things you want to start embodying. Come up with affirmations that fit them and repeat them every morning. Slowly and slowly you'll start believing them and acting accordingly. However, a big problem many people have with manifestation is that they don't actually know what they want to be manifesting. If you don't have a clear vision, you can't focus 100% on anything. It's like the saying, if you don't have a clear direction, then you're not going anywhere. So think, what does your dream life look like? And this can be really fun. You can journal about it. You can think of every area and part of your life. Make Pinterest boards if you want. But it's important that you think outside of the box. Don't get stuck in what you're supposed to want or what you're supposed to want to be like. Because you're not really going to align with that. And no matter how much you're trying to manifest it, if it doesn't feel right, if it's not coming from a good place, then you're probably not going to get it. But that's a good thing. For example, I used to be a freelance writer, and I had my goals that fit into that career path. And it's something that I would really be trying to working towards. I try and manifest my goals, but it just wasn't working out. And that's because it didn't truly motivate me. It's not what I really wanted. And I realize that now looking back, so I'm so glad it didn't work out. But a great way you can think about this is if you had a magic wand and you had 3 wishes that could be anything in the world, what would they be? You want to think as big as possible. What things truly excite you when you write about it? That's your vision. Once you've done that, you want to make a note of the things that need to change in your life now for you to be living your dream life. Now you want to work on developing the discipline that you need to create your dream life. You've probably heard the mantra, attract, don't chase, and that's true. You shouldn't be feeling a lot of resistance if what you're trying to go after is really meant for you. However, you can't expect everything to happen if you're not putting any work in for it. Instead, imagine it as if you reach for what you want, you're going to get it. If you're putting in the work, then you can trust that you will get what you want because you attract it. However, if you don't have the discipline to fully commit to the life you want, you may give up and not see any results. To attract and manifest the life that you want, you have to fully commit to it and trust that everything will work out for the best. The biggest challenge you're going to face in going after your goals and dreams is not getting there, but it's working together with your mind to get there. It's your fears, insecurities, self-limiting beliefs that get in the way between you and your goals, and this is why shadow work is so important. If you find you keep setting the same goals over and over, and you keep getting in your own way, then that's a clear sign you're coming up to face limiting beliefs. So, identify them, challenge them, and change them. Once you have these mental barriers out of the way, you still have to work on building up your discipline, because it's like a muscle. If you want to be more disciplined, you need to work on your self-trust. Think, if you set a goal, how likely do you think you are to reach it? Or start a new habit? You want to take a moment and rate this for yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. This is going to be your starting point. You can start building your self-trust through little things. Set small, achievable goals and try and reach them. And the important thing here is that they are achievable. You don't want to be setting yourself up for failure. So do these little things. Set goals that you know you can reach and make yourself want to reach them. Trust me, after a week of doing this, you're going to feel more confident and more motivated than ever before. You'll feel so much better about yourself, and this is how you get the ball rolling to be more disciplined. The thing you need to look out for that can and will ruin your discipline is setting yourself up for failure by setting too high goals. I used to do this myself when I'd have my daily to-do list and it would be so full I wouldn't have any day that I could check everything off. And I thought it was best to aim high and come in lower and be happy with that anyways. But it's really not, because it's taking a toll on your self-trust. And if you damage that, you're not going to trust yourself anymore. You're not going to do the things that you want to, and you're not going to reach any of your goals. Motivation comes from feeling good about yourself, so make that as easy as possible. Stop setting unnecessary goals that you know you're probably not going to reach. And if you really want to, then build up to that. There's a saying I really like that goes, people overestimate what they can do in a month, and they underestimate what they can do in a year. So if you have big goals, great, you should. Your vision should be huge, but break it down into smaller things. Break it down into yearly goals, into monthly goals, and then daily goals that you can easily do. So if you're trying to manifest something and it's not working, ask yourself, are you embodying your best self that lives that life you desire? Is it really the life you truly desire? And have a big long think about this, because it might not be the right path for you. Is there anything holding you back that's coming up in the way between you and your goals? You need to work through those things. They won't just disappear. Shadow work is great for that. And lastly, do you have the discipline you need to reach those goals? If not, you need to start working on that. Build it, grow it like a muscle, because that's something that's going to help you in every area of your life, and it's so important for the relationship you have with yourself. So I hope you liked this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!